Team IBB10 show.
Love that, Bill. Love it. Bill's going to be doing that every week. He's our new intro
I'll come up
music.
with a jingle. I'll actually come up with a jingle for the show.
All right.
For next week, we will have a jingle. For
Amazing.
Once playoffs are done and we're going into off-season, we will have a jingle.
You've heard it here first. All the exclusives are on the IBB10 on a Sunday night. It's as Bill said, it's coming to the end of the season. It's the league finished. It is now playoff time, everybody. We're all going to get excited and see what shocks happen. But I am joined by the usual lot. Just above me, I have got Monty, Watson, Price. How are we, mate?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, good result yesterday, getting a point. Really should have won the game, but overall good weekend. Finished the season now, and looking forward to getting to watch some football now with the playoffs.
Love that. Love it. To my left, we have got Billy, the project music extraordinaire Wood. How are we, mate?
Good.
Oh,
long weekend.
has it been a busy one?
Yeah, well, good one, but long. So, Friday, lovely night out. I went down the mic route. I had a few drinks. All right, I had a few drinks Friday night. A couple of sophisticated bottles of wine. You know, it was one of those evenings. All right, it was a lot. I went to play a beautiful little village I've never been to, and yeah, had a great night. But then I realised very quickly, I've got to get to Gatwick. I'm flying to Jersey, so I did, and I went out to Jersey for the game. So I got there flight time. I turned up with a suitcase. I had no suitcase check-in, so I had to pay 48 quid to get my little carry-on. And then from there, Mike, you play piano?
There were clips.
I played the piano man last night on a grand piano.
Yeah. And no, Giles, it wasn't Arundel, as I told you, it wasn't Arundel. But I thought it was Arundel, and it ended up it was even further away. So I had a little bit of a journey on Friday. Yeah, a bit long, but all worth it. And then Gatwick, lovely. Jersey, went there. Game felt a bit of a non-affair. Like I probably expected to be a bit of a non-affair. Not for Jersey, because ultimately the higher they finished, the better they would be playoff wise. And they got the win. There was times when we did control the game, but I think the lack of depth of the squad probably showed why we're where we are. But we still stayed up this year, and it's kind of job done. But and there was times in the games where we looked where we controlled the tempo of it. When we kept the ball, we looked good. But when Jersey got it on the turnover, they looked quite scary. But yeah, no, that was good. And then we did have a bit of an evening out last night as well. So
nice.
A man who kind of likes to normally sit here with a cup of tea without having a drink all weekend, drunk a lot over 2 days. And it was all right. We had a good time, but I did get in bed quite early, not by 10, but early. I was not in bed by 10, not a chance, but early enough for me to get enough sleep. So I feel right as rain today. And back in Hastings, back home, not refreshed, but probably a bit reformed. So
nice.
That's my weekend.
Good. And we have the piano man himself, Mike McCaffrey. Now, Mike, I know you had a very good weekend because you were at the Worthing game.
Yeah, I was at Worthing FC's biggest game in their history against Ebbsfleet. They needed to win the National League South. 4,002 people there.
Wow.
Was a club record. Absolute sellout. Managed to get some tickets, obviously, a couple of days before. Absolute scenes. Feeling very ropey today, to be fair, because I had a party afterwards.
I bet there was a party afterwards.
There was. So, for anyone having a little game,
He's on the water.
man's on the water today.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know that's bad when that happens. So yeah, look, great game, but we'll get into that in a bit. Obviously didn't make any of the other games, but it's the business end. It's the playoffs
It is.
now. So we've got loads to talk about, lads. It's going to be a jam-packed show. And for anyone out there, please, please, please get on this hotline. Get these comments coming in. Get the questions coming in. Get them in early to avoid disappointment. You know, don't start sending your questions in at 10:10 when me and Bill are chatting shit. You know, so you get in, get the hotline on, and let's get involved. And if anyone out there, please, can you share this live on X or wherever you're watching it, please? It helps us to build and grow as a pod. So yeah, but let's get into it.
Yes, that's right, gentlemen. Yes, and as Mike just said, get your questions in. Any rumours you've heard, pop up a question, let us know. We'll talk about it. We'll try and unfold if it's true, if it's not. But let's start with let's start where you were yesterday, Mike. Let's start with Worthing FC biggest game in their history for the club. It all came down to the last day, like that league did last season. It's always exciting. So, Mike, 4,002 people. What was the atmosphere like before kickoff and at the end?
Well, it was pretty strange, really, because it was a 12:30 kickoff. Now there's a couple of groups involved in Worthing. You got the old away boy fanatics and that good bunch of lads.
Yeah.
Love it. And you got the young uns, the youth. You know, so but what normally happens is there's normally a couple of bars that people meet up with, flares out, meet at the grounds, you know, about an hour before. But as it's a 12:30 kickoff, pubs were limited. Although it was good that 8 pubs were actually showing the game on the zone. It was actually limited to where you could go and have a beer.
Yeah.
So we got there, and you could tell it was a nervy atmosphere. You know,
It would be, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, what a game! Like the thought of flopping in front of 4,000. Because remember, like, you got to understand, Mike, and everyone's got to understand this. What happened a couple of years before? What happened last year with Aggie? What happened with Hinch the year before that? Yeah, like when Hinch left, and the boys kind of took it to the end of the season and not making it at home, losing at home in the playoff final, weren't it? The brain.
Yeah.
And last year, it all looked done. Aggie looked like he was going to win the league, and it just didn't happen. And then they lost in the playoffs to Maidstone, right? Then, like, it's like third time. It's like, all right, we're here for a third time now.
well, it was nervy, right? So the first 15 minutes, Ebbsfleet were actually in the game, okay, and everyone was thinking, oh no, not again. It had that vibe around it, okay. Then you got on the 40th minute, you got Cook hit a thunderfucker from like 25 yards, laid back on the outside of the box, stayed hit all the way. That reduced the nerves a bit, you know, 4 or 5 minutes before half time. By that time, Worthing were in control. They had probably about 60-65% of the possession.
Really?
Yeah. Worthing keeper, similar. He made in the first half a triple save as well. It could have been a lot different. It really could have.
The cat.
But,
Cat.
yeah. But you could tell once that first goal went in, there was pints flying around. You know what I mean? It reminded me of World Cup when you know, England scored then. And at half time, everyone was in the mood thinking, is this the year? You know, obviously they had a bit of dip in form. Worthing over the last 6 to 10 games after coming in, Hinch the King returning, you know, bringing in Meany, who as we all know is fantastic what he does, and the other lads as well. But half time, people were starting to believe. They really were starting to believe. Okay. And then in the second half, Coleman de Graaf got one about 53, 54 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then Worthing were in control all the way. Ebbsfleet let themselves down a bit in the second half. But the scenes, because they said, Worthing said, it's a criminal offence if you invade the pitch at full time, right? And then everyone started just singing, "We're gonna do it anyway." We're gonna do it anyway. So the steward just opened up the barriers.
Oh,
I'm
good.
on there. I've run on there. I'm not going to incriminate myself though. Maybe I didn't run on there. Yeah, on there. Everyone's on there. All the youth lads, you know, these the 13, 14, 15, they've got their tops off. They're spinning it around like this. You know, you see some of the fans that have been there for donkey's years, you know, in the 70s, 80s, like near enough tears in their eye. You see, and the lads were being hoisted up in the centre circle on people's shoulders, and they were loving it. You know, Coleman, the skipper, everyone like that.
Do you know what, Mike? I'm going to just say something quickly, right?
You're not going to piss on my fire straight away, are you?
No, I'm not going to piss on your fire because I'll tell you what. Number one, that game, it wasn't like they played. They were playing against a team that had nothing to play for. Ebbsfleet needed to get into the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
yeah.
there is a lot of pressure at that football club at the moment. A lot from the owners. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Wright is sacked this week for not making the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd be gone. That's not a knock on Josh at all, or anything like anything about it. But there's pressure on there, and Ebbsfleet wanted to go up this year. Finishing where they have, that's not good. That's not good for them. So there's that. And secondly, if you think what Worthing have come from, right, to where they are going now, I've heard another chairman in Sussex slag about the new standoff, saying, "Oh, it's not even that nice. It's a standing stand." Like, yeah. And I look at that, and I look at the difference between them and the way they've done it with integrity, humble, worked hard. Everyone behind the scenes. If you look at the behind the scenes with Nath as director of football, and you look at how their footballing stuff is run, and you compare that to all the gusto and blusto down the road at Eastbourne Borough, right? I'm talking about men's. I'm talking about the actual men's. The thing that paid the bills, not the women's side that won the league today. Their Eastbourne Borough's women's team won step 6 today, by the way.
Well,
and
congratulations to them.
Exactly, and to be fair, expected to do so. Most of the team is my team, and well done, right? But it's a fact. It's not bullshit.
Yeah.
It is a fact, and I'm glad that they have. So well done. Then they can go up the league, and it's all right. We can do so next year. So, but if you go back to it, and you look at all that money spent by Eastbourne Borough, going full time, doing what they've done, the money that Simon Leslie's pumped in, through himself, through getting all of these wealthy mates involved, and they've suffered relegation because their infrastructure is fucking atrocious, footballing wise. And you look at the way Barry and George and everyone underneath that, and how they built that the right way and taken the time and stepped their ways up through the divisions. That is the example. They're not perfect, Worthing. They're not, and being where they are might limit to them a little bit longer term. Like how many more people could they fit into that ground?
That is a problem.
Can you be self-sufficient at league football in that type of environment? Maybe. And if they get to league football, then the 3G has to come up. So it'd be grass, right? So what happens then? Where there's all these things to consider. But let's not piss on their bonfire.
Good problems, though.
Great problems to have. But just if you look at the contrast, it's light years away. Absolutely. Yeah. And I just want to congratulate, obviously, Hinch, ex-Hastings United manager. Congratulations to Hinch. John Meaney, we know his relationship with Hastings. Congratulations to him too. Also, a little congratulations to Sam Beard as well. I got on really well with his dad, and when he was at Borough, and I know it mean a lot to his old man, and obviously the family that Beardy got that promotion today with yesterday with Worthing. So huge congratulations there, and I just think it's brilliant. And I think they're a real flag. I used to look at Worthing as an example of where to take Hastings, right? I used to always look at them as an example. And I'm just really happy for him, like really happy for him, and good luck in the National League next year.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I thought they were dominant on the day. Ebbsfleet had maybe a 10-15 minute spell at best. The players certainly weren't showing the nerves. It was the crowd, it really was. Where do they go from here? You brought up a key thing there, Bill, about the ground. It was packed out yesterday.
Yeah,
there is a bowling ground behind there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If maybe that could be done something with that. But you've got to bear in mind it is surrounded by houses.
Houses all the way around. Nowhere to park.
I actually used to live behind it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Parking is a nightmare around there as well. Twice I parked the car. My car's been smashed into twice around there.
It is terrible. And at the moment, I think you have to sort of park at the local school. But I want to bring up one thing because it's been doing the rounds on all of the Twitters here. There's a geezer, right? So you go in the entrance, the home entrance, yeah? And the house right next door.
Yeah.
He's got a garage.
Yeah.
As soon as the Cook scored that goal, he's red flare. Bear in mind, he can see over everyone. He's sitting, he's having a party for one.
He sits there, watches, doesn't he? He sits in his little chair.
Yeah. And he's proper going at it, yeah? Rips the red flare, pulls a Mooney to the crowd.
Yeah.
Starts sending it around. You know what I mean? Like he's having one. Anyone go online, go and have a look on it.
It's so funny.
Next year, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up building a big wall.
Yeah,
because he's now legendary. He's iconic, that guy now. But one thing they have sorted out as well is when they have the trailers to have to get all your booze in, and that's working really well. They're pre-doing them as well, so it's quick in there.
Yeah.
Food around and little bars around the ground. That'd be like what Burgess Hill and all that do, and that obviously down there. So look, the club's going places. I'm delighted for Georgetown. I'm delighted for Hinch, Meaney, Colburn, the boys, all of them, and there. It is just an exciting time, and believe me, that memory will live with me for a long time. Running onto that pitch, and I was with my son. My son was in the other bit, so yeah. But where do they go from here, Bill? Because it's going to be.
I think there'll be a very good National League side next year. They won't be looking to go up. They will want sustainability in National League for 2-3 years. Yeah. I can't see them rushing it. And that's the other thing. Smart people know. They know you have to take your time. You don't just have a dream and it happens tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? We'll talk about that in a sec. But can I quickly just mention something? Because they're going into the National League, and I know it's not Sussex based, but it's another ex-Hastings United manager who I want to give applause to and talk about crazy game was the Rochdale York City game.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll just obviously Rochdale scoring a 90 plus 5. So 5 minutes in injury time, Rochdale score. They've won the league. It's done. Everyone's on the pitch going mad. They've won the league. It's done. Done and dusted. Done. No, you could imagine if you're York, another year. Yeah. How am I going to get myself out for the playoffs? Takes loads of time to get everyone off the pitch. That means there's time added on.
Yeah.
Ball goes up the other end of the pitch. Throw in lost. Throw in comes in, the ball back. Bang, 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 bang. Goal. York score. York only need the draw.
I know.
Insane. It's gone mad. And and they scored in like the 90 plus 12 or whatever. It was ridiculous, right?
It was crazy.
Yeah, and bang, done, right? And the scenes were unbelievable. But I was watching it like keenly just to see like the reaction at the final whistle. So I know Gary's always been when it big results, big celebrator. Like I know he's only like his assistant/first team coach there now, like rather than the gaffer. But I waited and it showed the benches at the end. So you got to think York just won it in that time. final whistle goes, normally people just rush off and, you know, you go mad, just won the league. Manager will go and shake their hands, and I just saw Gary shaking everyone's hands and calm as a cucumber, right? And I said, that, my friends, is class. So I just want to give Gary Elphick, I know he's not the manager of York, but I just want to give Gary Elphick a massive shout out and congratulations on another medal for the cabinet for him.
Well, congratulations
100%.
to Hinch for getting 2 teams promoted this year.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Look, I was going to say this, like, we at Sussex are very, like, don't sleep on the coaches, managers coming through in Sussex football. If you look at people gone through, you look at, you know, for example, Dean Eman and Chris Agaton at Sutton, Ben Cornelius at Sutton. You look at what Hinge is doing at Worth, and you look at Gary at Thingy. You just look at these people. They have to be the barometer for anyone, right? Coming up, coming through, and understand it don't happen overnight. I think we're all, every single one of us, really, really. I didn't see that, and
I did. I did. Yeah, and he did smack him. Yeah,
gave him a good old wallop, did he? But like for me, and I've been guilty of it myself. Things don't always happen overnight. You have to be patient. You have to put the time. You have to put the effort in. And I think if you look at those guys and the jobs they're doing, again, it didn't happen overnight, but they got their rewards. And how amazing is that?
yeah,
It's great. And yeah, you know, local side gone up, National League side now. So I mean, all the best for next season.
Does that mean we've not got a Sussex side in the National League South now?
Horsham.
Oh,
Horsham.
Horsham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on, and just before we do move on, Mike, a word from our sponsor.
yeah, of course. 1 second there, gents, for the sponsors. Okay. So obviously, we are proudly sponsored by Freedom Leisure, Bexhill. Okay. So Freedom Leisure, Bexhill, it's your home for gym, swimming, squash, soft play, fitness, and classes, all in one community. Now, what makes this guy special is they're not for profit. They're a trust on a simple mission of improving lives through leisure. Right here on your doorstep. You can find them in Bexhill. They've got other sites all across as well. It's pay as you go, or you can grab a premier membership and unlock all 6 sites across Hastings, Rother. So that's Freedom Leisure, Bexhill. The number's down there. Go and give them a follow. And we're going to sing out some media stuff for them as well. So thank you to Freedom Leisure.
Yeah, thank you, Freedom Leisure. So from one Sussex side going up to another Sussex side winning the league yesterday for a game that I was at Seaford.
Actually, before you jump into that, can you put up Josh Jones thing quickly?
Jonesy's?
Yeah, about the Worthing United thing.
Jones is a mate of mine. He's the driver of the bagger racing team.
Is he?
Yeah. Come on, Jonesy.
Right. I don't know how possible that is, because isn't the farm owned? It's not owned by Worthing United at all. It's leased. It's the farm. The actual issue is probably the lease. The lease is always a little bit rocky, not rocky, but time is running on that lease for Worthing United, right? And it actually is probably primed for housing.
Yeah.
Well, I actually spoke to Mark Sanderson, Worthing United chairman, on when at the Lancing Cup final game.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Worthing United game. And ever since I played there as a kid, they've had problems with the lease. Okay,
Yeah,
you are right, Bill. It's a prime bit of land behind Sainsbury's there, some fields that you feel could really have some houses on. And he struggles every time to get the lease renewed, everything like that. You know, so what kind of legs are in that moving to Worthing United? I doubt it, Josh. I really doubt it. I think if they're going to do anything, they would look to potentially get the bowling club and then extend back in there, around there. That's just my theory. But then again,
sorry, Lee, for jumping in now. No,
that's all right, mate. Not a problem. So I was at Seaford yesterday watching Stenning with a 2-0 win. A banger of a second goal to seal the win. And I've got to say, I was right. Stenning win it by 6 points.
He was. And again, just call me the fucking Mystic Meg of Sunday football. I've not lost one bet this year. Not one.
There's one thing I like, and I don't know if anyone saw it on Twitter after, but when Stenning won the league, they put a tweet up going, "We done it. No interviews, no stories, no documentaries."
I liked it, but I didn't at the same time, right? And
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I didn't like it, right? It's all cool to talk when you've done the job. It's all cool to talk when you've done the job, right? And I know people say, well, sometimes you shouldn't be loud unless you know, right? But I'm telling you this, Haywood Heath would have never thought this would have happened.
No.
Especially the way they started. They look so powerful. And I backed Stenning, and I know me and Mighty went, well, you can have 6 points. Because genuinely you might. You thought it was impossible. You're like, I'll give you a 1 head start. I'll give you go on, have 6 points and take the bet. And I was like, all right, let's take the bet. Stenning versus Haywood Heath, let's see what happens. And like, I'm not going to sit here and say that I definitely believe Stenning were going to win the league. There's many weeks when I probably said, I know I bet on Stenning, but I think Haywood Heath are going to win it. So and that's the truth. So the one thing that with Stenning, the thing that's really gave him a bit of credit and credence with it is they've kind of just like they chugged along as the choo-choo train throughout the whole thing. Big credit to their manager, because obviously I played Stenning back into last season. We drew. Me and that was my only point at last season was against Stenning. Should have been free. Should have gotten last minute goal, but we won't talk about that now. But like I remember even talking then to Stenning a lot, and it was like, right, okay, well, a rebuild next year, like sort of thing. And to see the rebuild that's happened and how they've kind of bounced back, that doesn't just happen from good management. That happens from a really settled club. That happens from, for me, that happens from like things off the pitch being good. Like 3G pitches. There's a massive correlation between successful teams turning corners and 3G pitches. Just have a look at all the tables, right?
Yeah, but
Exactly.
that's got to be to do with the revenue.
Cool.
Yeah,
right?
of course it has.
Yeah, the way of bringing money in. Obviously, good management, good coaching staff, Jamie Hollis and whatever on the team, great. A belief and a togetherness, and also they've just gone about their business nicely, and they've been backed. No one's sniping them like inside, like the committee. No one's trying to make anyone look stupid, or no one's trying to throw anyone under the bus. They're together. If you look at that versus every other single club that got relegated locally, like Isthmian League, like if you look along it, look at the ones that got relegated from that Isthmian Prem South East last year. Hythe have been relegated.
Yep.
Yeah. Free fall. Hythe. They've complete and supposedly it's behind the scenes it's chaos at the moment. Absolute chaos. Ultimate chaos, I would say. And Lancing, like we can sit here and praise what Martin's done to get him into the black, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But we can't praise them on the pitch. They just got relegated. So like, and I think we just can't. Like, we can't sit here and say, oh, they've done a great job, because they haven't. They've just been relegated. Okay. So you look at those things, and that's like, it's not just one manager's fault. It's a combination. There's someone left when they're in the lurch, didn't get sacked, left. And then this manager's had to see it through and done all right in periods, but just didn't do enough. A little bit too short. Yeah.
Right.
So you have to look at that and go, it's not easy getting relegated. There's no guarantee when you get relegated, you're going to then go and win the league underneath you.
I agree. And I think, Bill, this next Prem is going to be one of the hardest to get out of next season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. But going back to the Stenning thing, right? And what you said, Lee, it's funny. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It is funny. It's a little jab, right? But they don't need to do that. They're better than that. Like that.
They won the league.
I would have done it. I know.
We know you would have.
And look, let your characters do it. Don't let your club. Not your official account. Like let like a player say it, or even a manager or a chairman. Like let a character say it. I don't like it when it comes from the official club. I just don't.
So just before we,
it
was. Just,
I might be wrong. Like it's the same. Like look, there's a bit of a rivalry naturally, right? So yeah, I'm reading it from someone who's not in the rivalry, but like I don't know. I just been really, really, really kind of impressed by Stenning this year in everything that they've done. Really impressed. And by the way, that's not me knocking Hayward Heath because like they've gone about their business in a classy way in many areas. The documentary I felt was I thought it was not tasteless. I thought it was a very good documentary, but I thought it's very bad timing. Like it set them up to foul.
Yeah, the way it went about, yeah. Just before we go to Mont, quick, just a question I want to ask you because I know Mont's got some numbers for us for Stenning's season. Now, what happens with VCD? Because obviously they're going out, they're not going to exist. So what does that mean for their relegation?
Does one team reprieved? I think
so. One team. So would that be Hassocks?
No, it's
No.
a PPG across the whole country.
It could be
Right. Okay. I just want to know because I saw something tweeted today asking like what happens now because VCD are going to be going out of business, and I didn't know whether that counted in that league and it was just Hassocks would stay or something like that. So wasn't 100%.
For example, if it's Littlehampton, let's just say it's Littlehampton, and they've got a better PPG than Hassocks. Anyone in that league, like all those teams will be relegated.
Right.
Now,
okay.
Like across, yeah. So put it this way, looking very, very quickly, and I'm talking very, very quickly. I'm doing it right now. Looking at all step 4 leagues. Here we go. Last couple now. Done that one. Last 2 to look at. Oh, what happened there? To look at. Yeah. Oh, if it is, if one does get reprieved, it will be Littlehampton.
Oh, okay.
Well,
the best point of the game.
I spoke to Mitch this week.
Okay.
Right? And before, obviously, he won 4-0 at the weekend away, which and they've struggled for goals all year. You know, he was like, he's not a fan of reprieves. He's literally he's old school. Do you know what I mean?
Actually, hold on. Pull up that one with Liam Giles. He's right because all the teams are coming up. It won't be. It won't be. It won't necessarily be. It might not be Skeffel though. It just will. It might be across. It might be across all divisions, and then exactly. It won't be step 4. So
okay.
That is right because everyone will be coming up. So it will be a step 4. Littlehampton will not be reprieved.
Right.
Well, this is where. So I was speaking to Mitch. I've got a great relationship with Mitch. He's a top guy, big supporter of what we do. He is already licking his lips now about jumping into that.
Yeah.
Because you know what happened last time they were in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Treble. Yeah, treble and got to the Vars final, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, so I think he's had a bit of enough of a couple of tough seasons where their budget is low. You know, they've struggled for players, injuries. The ground, obviously, they have problems with the cricket. That sort of takes priority and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's something we need to talk about a bit more later. Is how strong it's going to be. But
Bon, have you got stats for us for Stenning's season numbers?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. I mean, so in the league, obviously 30 wins, 5 draws, only 3 defeats all year. 2 of them being against Guernsey, one of which, as we know, quite controversial.
Yes, they shouldn't have lost that.
They shouldn't have. No, absolutely not. 119 goals scored.
Bloody hell.
Only 40 conceded, which is insane. 95 points. They were unbeaten for 18 consecutive matches in the league between the 4th of October and the 31st of January.
That's nuts.
I mean, that is insane. And we said, everyone goes, oh, they started the season quite roughly. They still won 4 of the first 8 games, and they only lost 1 of them. It's not a terrible start. I mean, their longest winless run this season was 2 matches.
Wow.
And consistency. They've been the most consistent side all season. I mean,
Yeah.
their 3 losses between them all. There's been at least, I think, three or four wins between each loss, and that's only because they lost away at Guernsey, which they shouldn't have lost, and then Haywards Heath in somewhat quick succession. But still, they were about a month and a half apart.
That's crazy, crazy numbers. So, what do you think now? So, say we're into the playoffs now. We know Haywards Heath have finished second. Let's just say Haywards Heath don't win the playoffs. Where does that put the management team and the squad at the end of the season going forward?
I think they've certainly got the players and the squad to win that league, 100%. I don't think at all you could question Kev because anyone, all the management there. No, because
Why can't you question it? I'm sorry, Mike, but why can't you question it? They've just bottled it.
I don't think they've bottled it at all.
They've not bottled this league.
No, I don't think they've bottled it, mate.
I'm sorry.
I think in this league you've got 2 outstanding teams. Okay.
Right. They haven't bottled this league, yeah. They lose to Lancing 2-1. They lose to Little Common 1-0, and then they then lose the last game of the season. They shit themselves at Eastbourne United. They haven't bottled this league. I'm not having that. Like, I'm not having that at all. And I think Kev, I think he's sided fantastic. I think he's got the players, but to lose to Lancing and Little Common, yeah, those 6 points, and then also nicking a draw at Eastbourne United at the end of the season wins them the league. They've bottled it. Like, I don't care. Like, you can't dress up any, like, if they lost to Stenning in Eastbourne United and that was the one that cost them, and they
what was the results against Stenning when they played?
They drew and won.
Yeah.
Well, Haywards Heath drew and won.
Yeah.
And then they got rolled over by Lancing and Little Common back to back. Like, that's bottling it. Like, what anyone says, that's when the pressure's on against the teams that they should be and not beating them. It's called bottling it. And it's no disrespect to them. Like, they could go and win the playoffs, and they should win the playoffs. Like, pound for pound player wise, they should. But their form has been shite. It's been shit. Like, we can't, like, let's
when did it start dipping?
Literally just after the Vars. So when they lost that Vars, and then they lost a couple quickly after that. So February,
and
14th of February, they got knocked out the Vars, and then they went and lost back to back in the league.
Peacehaven and Bexhill United at home. They lost 4-3 to Bexhill at home, right?
Yes.
Just got pumped by Pagham the weekend. Yeah, okay. And then they lost that. So then they beat Pagham. Luckily, they were 1-0 down, remember? And they beat Pagham. Yeah. And then they lost to Guernsey, didn't they? Yeah. And then later on, they're going to lose. It's, I don't know, like, Mike, I do have, like, Kev's won this league before, so he's a winner, right? There's no denying Kev is a winner, right? No denying it. But the team have bottled it. They have. They are way by far the probably the biggest budget in the league. Like, and that's no.
I don't think there's much difference between both their budgets.
Really?
Yeah. And I bet, yeah, I reckon there's at best a couple hundred.
Okay, let's just say right. Well, Little Common pay expenses to a couple of players, and Lancing supposedly had £300 a week. So, with all due respect, they got turned over by both of those sides. Yeah. And look, money don't make football. We know that. But at the same time, you look at their team sheet and it's big players. I think what's done them is that when they oversigned too many players and it got on top, like, then suddenly the starting 11 kept changing every week, or certain brought Brandon O'Neill from Burgess Hill, and then he's playing over someone else, and then it's not really ticking the same. And, like, all these situations happened, and then they started losing games of football. And they probably built the squad bigger because they thought, well, we're going to go and win the FA Vars, so we're going to be playing FA Vars games. We're going to be playing this game. We're going to need a bigger squad. And all it done was, and he had to start pleasing everyone, shoehorning players into positions. So playing like free attackers, because he's got free attackers. He has it here, there, and everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if Callum Barlow's in for the playoff running. And if he is, then again, that's another one they're bringing in because they want extra firepower for the playoffs because he's still signed because he went and signed for Bogner, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And with all due respect, Cal Barlow come in and they won't overly successful Cal Barlow inside either because it is what it is. I don't know. I just can't.
Listen, Monty, can you have a look at that whilst we're discussing this? How many have played over 30 games in each of those teams?
Yeah, that's quite a good question, actually.
Because that's a valid point, Bill.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
you on that
absolutely.
league only? Or like
yeah,
30 league?
Yeah. Can't believe what my dog's just done. He's just run through, jumped the charger, and snapped it.
really.
We wondered why you went a bit funny then, mate. We thought you fell off a chair.
Do we not like look? By the way, saying someone's bottled it ain't having a knock at them, yeah. But at the same time, I don't know. Like I think how many. I think the bigger question is not how many players have played 30 plus games in the league. How many players have played games this year for him in the league? I think
What we looking at, Mon?
Well, so you got Haywards Heath used 29 players in the league, 9 of which played over 30 games. Stenning used 31 players in the league, 8 of which played 30 games.
Right. Okay. So not far off each other. Yeah, not far off each other. But the way I would look at that is, when did it settle down at Stenning, and when did the consistency kick in?
Mm.
And when did it get a little bit fluffy for Haywards Heath and the inconsistency kick in? That, like, I know it'll take a while to have a look at that, but that'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like when they started kicking on. And for me, Luke, they would have probably, like, Eastbourne United winning at the weekend against them again. I think that if I'm Peacehaven, I smell blood. Do you know what I mean? Do you not like?
Yeah, of course you do.
Peacehaven, a very good team. They're
Very good side.
You know, it's I absolutely, I see where you're coming from, Bill.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. And it's a valid point in there. Now they now have 2 games where if they go and win the playoffs, and don't forget they battered Worthing United midweek 3-0 in the RUR Cup.
Yeah.
By the way, with all due respect to Worthing United, who are also a good Step 6 side, Haywards Heath should have done that.
Worthing United beat Stenning to get there.
But look, on paper, okay, they beat Stenning, but also Worthing United just drew at the weekend, right? So in Step 6, so I'm just looking at it on paper. Haywards Heath should beat Worthing United, right? They shouldn't they?
Yeah. You're looking at
that's not in doubt.
Yeah.
That's not in doubt.
Yeah.
In there. Okay. So and you're looking at Peacehaven and you're saying they smell blood like a shark in the water.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Absolutely.
Look, if you want to play Haywards Heath, you rather play them now than those first 17 games of the season.
Yeah, of course you would.
Where they looked fucking unbeatable. They really did, you know.
They look like a steam train that were just gonna romp that league.
Then it came to at the end of the season.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. There was a change of guard, you could say. But I mean, when Haywards Heath started this season, we were like, wow, they're gonna steamroll that league. Everyone's like, they're gonna outright win it. And yeah, like you said, Mon, it goes to the FA Vars, and it's when they started to dip in form, and Stenning were like, we're gonna stay silent and do it our own way and get that consistent run going. And you know, they've gone and done it, won the league yesterday, and well deserved. How many goals in all comps, Mon? Jamie Hollis.
Give me a minute.
While Monty looks at that, we'll just move on to another quick thing.
You do know. Haywards Heath, I know they lost to Ashford United in the FA Cup first game of the season, but then in all competitions they won 23 games in a row. Haywards Heath,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, are you including the Peter Bentley Cup where we beat them?
When was that?
September.
Love that one. You had to get that in, didn't you?
We beat 2-1 at Hanbury Park.
But as Jamie's on it, and Jamie's listening as well, congratulations, Jamie.
Yeah, congrats, mate.
And Hammy there, you know. I know, Jamie, I know
It's showing up on full time.
I know, Jamie, you took some shit as well, mate, this year.
Yeah.
And I'm
16th of August, we beat them.
16th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you got your just desserts there in the end, Jamie. So I know what you do.
Yeah.
And, you know, I spoke to your partner on Wednesday at the cup final. You know, she does a great job there. So, yeah,
She's always polite to me. She's
lovely.
Yeah,
but
well done, Jamie, and well done to all at Stenning. And look,
it was.
But
it'll be hard for them next year, though. It will be hard for them up there next year. It's not easy. Isthmian South East football is not easy for a lot of these. Look, they're going to have a bit of a budget. I don't know if their budget's going to be massively increased going into that league.
Well, they did a lot of their. They did a lot of their infrastructure work last year, didn't they? Which was a debt on the books. Do you know what I mean?
Also, Mike, like, and this is when we talk about Haywards Heath, like Haywards Heath next year, and we talk about like some of it, like if they don't go up, their best players are probably going to get picked off by other teams anyway, and it could happen for Stenning as well. If I'm a bigger Sussex football club or another Sussex-ish / I don't know, wherever close to Stenning club, and I've got a bit more money to pay a player, or I want to take a player from there, then that might happen. And it, like, you know, people go, oh well, you know, they'll be loyal because they won the league. It doesn't always necessarily work that way. If suddenly a striker who's banged in 30 goals, whatever, however many goals, is then getting offered £500 to go play somewhere because people want a goal scorer, then they've got to do it. Like,
take it. Yeah.
Fair fucking play to them. Do you know what I mean? To go and pick up a check.
It's a business.
Same with. Do you not think like Horsham YM aren't like? Do you think if they don't go up, do you think Noel Fisher's playing step 5 next year?
No, he'd be somewhere. I reckon he'd be somewhere bigger because he's a player.
Probably not non-league because Mitch couldn't afford him this year.
No.
He told me that himself.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, like, you know, I don't know. You got to look at these things, right, and go enjoy and savor the moments, but then the work begins the next day.
Yeah.
Like for the relegated clubs yesterday, or whenever they're relegated, their season's over. Work starts today. It doesn't start in a month's time. Starts today, and any clubs who ain't got their shit in order now, they could really, if they don't get it sorted out by early June, like genuinely, they're looking for another problem.
Tough season.
Yeah, Monty, what have you got?
So, all comps, Haywards Heath have scored 154 goals.
Bloody hell.
Wow. Stenning have scored 161, and they've still got a game to play.
They're going to lose that anyway. Little Common are going to win that final. So
that's
piss up a Little Common.
That's crazy.
I reckon Jamie knew that stat anyway.
Of course
he did. Speaking of teams scoring goals, we got to talk about it, and that is Selsey against Copthorne. Now, we've seen the score 20-0. Copthorne played the game with 9 men. I just want to say, I think it's a joke that a team can't get an 11 together to play a game. And in my eyes, when you are struggling every week to get players, what is the point of forming a team?
Right, okay, so let's give some context. They had to throw a game of Billingshurst, didn't they? Yeah?
Yes.
They couldn't raise a side.
Yeah.
They would have got fined for that, wouldn't they?
You get fined, yeah. So they've got this game against Chelsea, last game of the season. They've got no one. They've drafted in a couple of kids, a couple of vets players as well.
And coaches, I heard.
Have played. And they've gone down with 9. Now, I've battered Copthorne on here. Battered them all season, saying they're a disgrace. I haven't I, really?
I think we got.
but like you know, that scoreline's a disgrace. But I'm going to say one thing though. Fair play for turning up with 9 players.
100%.
I wouldn't have done it. And I mean it. I would not have taken the team of 9. I would have been like not only embarrassed. You're on to hiding for nothing. Right, you might as well go, right, how much is the fine? Lads, if you all chip in X, Y, Z, we'll just pay the fine. Do you know what I mean? Rather than jumping in cars and going down there. So whilst it's embarrassing, whilst it shows that they need to work out what they're doing going forward as a football club. As a nomad with no ground, Copthorne, you got, what's your point? You got to find your point. You know what I mean? And I don't think they have a point, if I'm honest. But 20 goals,
It's ridiculous.
It's just something. But Joe, it reminds me. Now this isn't meant to be sexist at all. Like, but in women's football, I saw a graphic in men's football for the first time I've ever seen. By the way, when Chelsea put up a graphic that said Chelsea W, Copthorne L.
I saw that.
That happens in women's football a lot when teams get like annihilated, like 11 to 12.
Yeah.
Has happened a bit in men's football the last couple of years, like the 9s and the 10s and whatever, and it is fucking embarrassing. Been on the receiving end, right? 20-0. Be great for Piercy and his goal difference for sure. That shot up from a minus. I saw that. Great for them, but yeah, it puts an end to really, really embarrassing scenarios that Copthorne have had for the last couple of years. They should have never been reprieved in the first place. They was, and yeah, look, I wouldn't like to say a football club should fold, and I hope
not fold as such, but what do they do next season if it comes to pre-season?
They've got a B side, Copthorne.
Yeah.
But what do they do?
Why are they not raising 11 players?
Probably ain't registered, Mike.
Yeah. But what do they do next season? Say it gets to pre-season and 9 players turn up again.
No,
and no one wants to
hold the first team and rebuild the Copthorne B into normal Copthorne and just rebuild from there. That's what I would do. Like and look, because it's going to be like no one. The name Copthorne is massively damaged as a football club now. So go and win some lower leagues, like do something down there, enjoy it. There you go. Well, they are anyway because they're relegated. They have to go to Mid Sussex. There's no choice. It's either Mid Sussex or Div 2. But you go down there, rebuild, and see what happens. But I just didn't want to come on air and absolutely hammer them. I just wanted to.
I'd say at the end of the day, credit for them going down there. They knew that.
They're better men than me because I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I mean that, and I wouldn't have, Mike.
No. Look, not the way. Coach John Roberts of Stenham, he's just said as well. Max Davies is now third in the top goal scorers because he got 8 yesterday.
Well, I said I made a joke this morning on the coach who coming out from Jersey. I said, imagine if you got 20 goals. Let's say you got 20 goals yesterday and you picked up the golden boot. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, nicked all 20 of them.
Yeah. But, gentlemen.
Money, are they?
Don't know. Could be not. Don't know.
That's another thing because, yeah, we obviously, Roffey are playing at Horsham next season. So where does that put Copthorne? Because they're going to be without a ground.
Go and play at Copthorne recreational ground on grass pitch and go and play step 92 football and hope for the best.
You're going to take them, Bill, at step 92?
It's too high for me, mate. I don't know what I'm doing, remember?
So, before we move on to our next part, just to say, Monty, your game yesterday was Jack's last.
Yes.
Let's get a little bit on his last game in charge.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. We didn't have many people available, unfortunately. Obviously, with it being a 2 o'clock kickoff, it's always going to be trickier to raise a side, especially with one player who got the kickoff time wrong, and then didn't show up because he thought it was a 3 o'clock kickoff.
Didn't show up.
Jack did. over 3 years, 6 months, and 21 days as manager. 171 games. 172 games, sorry. 77 wins, 34 draws, and 61 defeats. And that included a Division 1 trophy. And club's record bars run, club's highest ever finish in the Football League pyramid, and he oversaw the highest attendance in a single home game for Roffey, which was 507 against Pagham last season.
Wow.
But yeah, yesterday it was one of those games, nothing on it. Real end of the season feel. The first half, no real chances at all. I mean, I think we had one shot and they had one shot. Pretty much nothing. We scored early in the second half, and they responded nigh on instantly with a really good header, to be fair to him. And then we scored, I think, 94 to go 2-1 up, and we're thinking, lovely, we've won it. And then the penalty, 98 minutes in. Still don't know why he gave it. I'm not too sure. But you know, at the end of the day, neither team really did enough to win the game. Draw was probably the fair result. But I mean, speaking to a couple of the Peacehaven guys, they were focusing and working on stuff for Haywards Heath. They've already been planning Haywards Heath for a week or so. So that's their full focus, was trying to get through our game. No injuries, no suspensions, and then so focus on Haywards Heath.
So was Naz there?
Yes.
Was he in the change rooms?
He popped in to say hi at the end. Yes.
Did he give you your transfer listed letter? One.
he's not yet, but we'll see. Obviously, I've not really gotten to know him. We're still just doing introductions to people.
Yeah.
There's a couple of players who there's only one who played yesterday who we hadn't seen yet. So it's still all just getting to know people and introducing himself.
So you'll know in the next couple of weeks whether you're going to be at Roffey next year, yeah?
We'll see. Yeah, hopefully. Get some news.
Like the thing, obviously, you know, he's really kind of like, you know, 3 years, let's say, won a league. All credit to him. Now he can go back to just watching. Do you know what I mean? And like,
yeah, enjoying it more.
He's the suit.
What?
He's the suit.
He is now
sitting there watching all the action. That's what he's
going to be. Going to be commercial director. He's going to run the Tea Hut next year.
Is he?
Hang on a minute. He's got.
Oh no, I want him with perch. I want him to have a perch seat.
Yeah.
You know, watching.
He's going to be there, get sorting all sponsorships out for the club, pushing the club in the right direction. Obviously, with the big projects coming and big announcements as well, which he's been working on for ages. He just don't have the time anymore, does he, to be manager? And he admitted to us that he just doesn't have the time. He's got a baby as well, all this work to do behind the scenes, and it's just like he just physically, as a human, cannot do as much as he's doing at the moment. So
I'm telling you though, like I've already made a prediction about Roffey next year, and the fact that he can literally, in my opinion, just fucking enjoy it, he's earned the right to. That's my opinion anyway. I'm genuinely buzzing for him, but I just wanted to bring up a point I'm laughing about, because someone just messaged me saying, right,
well, what?
Like, go about the league. I just want to bring it up about the league, right?
Yeah.
What, like, I'm laughing because it's ridiculous. The playoffs are normally midweek, aren't they? Right?
Yeah.
When did the league become? I'm laughing just because I've just heard that a team can't have their flights.
Oh no, I've had the same.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm laughing. I know I shouldn't. I feel like I've been a little bit kind of a bit non-professional there, right? But I'm laughing at it because I'm looking at it and going, when does a league become a cuckold for a football club? right? And the reason I say that is, why the hell are the playoffs now on Saturday just because Guernsey are in the playoffs? Because turnover and changeover.
Yeah.
So everyone else has to wait an extra week, pay an extra load of wages out because the players, it's now going to be over. Like it's a longer period, yeah, or whatever, right? It could be. Some people could pay. I don't know, pay weekly and whatever. It could roll over to the next week, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, why should we all have our pants around our ankles, like sitting there having a playoff and watching Guernsey? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like it's not right. And then told that they can't so the team that are playing them, I'm gonna blow it up now. Don't care. He's not even said I can say it or can't say it, but just congratulated.
But you don't have to be Einstein to work out if there's.
Yeah, but I was just congratulated Horsham Wyham on the fact that they are in the playoffs. Just literally now, and I heard the story they can't fly them out Friday. They want to fly out on Friday, and they're saying there's no flights. They've checked online, and there's flights.
Yeah, there is flights.
Ridiculous.
But again,
and those flights. When me and Penn went out there, it was a one-er. Yeah. Those flights are $260 each.
Of course they are. It's bank holiday weekend. Like this is what I mean. Why are we? Why is the? I know Jersey. I was just there. Like I know Jersey are doing it, and they got Whiteley for flying over for that. Yeah, Whiteley for flying over to play Jersey on Tuesday in the Isthmian South East thing, and that's a big game, by the way. Big rivalry there. They can't through the leagues with each other. Big old game that's going to be. Why are our league weak in these situations? Like our county league.
Right, so first and foremost, is it the league or the FA? Is it the league?
It's the league, isn't it?
It's got to be the league, isn't it?
Doing it. Kelly Discipline wouldn't do this, the Isthmian League. So why are our league doing it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, and I'm not here to knock the league, and I never really knock the league as we know it here, right? But at some point, you've got to hold up and go, if these teams want to play in our leagues, they already have a great advantage already. The fact that teams have to fly to them, and I don't give a shit what anyone says, because most teams end up staying there for the night. The teams that go out there, even though you want to win your game of football, there's a little feeling in the back of your head, we're going to have a great team night out. I don't care what anyone says, right? I don't care. It's like when you get on that plane, you feel like you're going to Ibiza, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's unnatural for county league players to fly for a game. Yeah,
That's Wyham.
That's crazy.
I'm not surprised, because at the moment it's a bank holiday weekend. Flying out on a Tuesday would have been a lot cheaper. In fact, Monty, while we're on here, go on Skyscanner and look at flights on Tuesday to Guernsey. Probably wrong. They're probably up £300 more. Do it the following. Do it this Tuesday. So, how much will it cost? But my thing is on this. I just look at it and I go, we give them so much advantage as it is. Now, don't get me wrong. They pay for the flights. Fine.
Yeah.
What they have to do to be in these leagues, right? But
Right. So,
the advantage. That's why if you look at Jersey's home record, if you look at Guernsey's home records,
they've only Guernsey have only lost 2 at home.
Yeah.
Now, all right, let's just play a bit of devil's advocate here.
Yeah? Go on.
I'm the chairman of Guernsey.
Yeah.
I get a request from Horsham Wyham that says we want to come in on the Friday. Now, obviously, that Guernsey pay for the flights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that giving a little bit of the advantage away to the away side?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
They know.
Rather than what they have to do now is they have to leave at 5 a.m. get to Gatwick.
Yeah.
What is it? Normally the
6:30, 6:40 we got, didn't we, when we went?
Yeah. So, and I know the Wyham lads have booked the hotel for the Friday and the meeting room for the analysis. I know that. I hope I haven't just dropped him in there for saying that. But why would I help him? Why would I go out of my way to give an edge? Yeah. It goes back to the away dugouts. the away dressing rooms, you know, making sure things are a little bit off for that little bit of an edge that you can have. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, if there is flights available, which I saw that there was, yeah, that does. It's a bit of shithousery, yeah, but I would have done it.
Absolutely.
I would have made them come out Saturday morning. Yeah. It's always going to be a fucker, isn't it?
I don't think it should have a choice. I think it's Tuesday night, mate. This is embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing that it's like, I know it's only a week and people say what they want, blah, 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 blah. But then what? When's the final of Step 6? When's the final of when's the Div 1 final?
The
Div 1
Saturday
finals.
semis are on. So normally it's all over that bank holiday weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we're extending it another week. Season should be finished next week. It's not. It's an extra week for us to wait. So when you budget your season, you go, it's 38-week pay days, like 38 weeks of season pay. You got to add another one on. And you might be playing away for those 2 weeks. So no actual, so for example, if you're Horsham YM and you're playing Guernsey and you beat Guernsey and then you're in the playoff final, it's going to be away from home if Haywards Heath win, let's just say. So you could be going away from home twice with no money, no revenue coming in, but paying 2 weeks' wages.
Yeah. Look, it's an honour, isn't it? Because Guernsey are in that league. You know, should you have to?
But the Isthmian League haven't done it, Mike.
Huh?
The Isthmian League haven't done it for Jersey. They've not changed it. Gone, we're going to have a team that's going to be in the playoffs this year. So what we do is we'll move our dates to suit to make it easier for. No, you just play by the fucking rules of the game, right? You don't tell me how many semi-finals in the playoffs for the county league have taken place the following Saturday, 7 days later.
Yeah. Now, what is the one thing about this whole thing, though? They're one of only 2 teams that have gone over there and beat them.
They are.
In there.
They beat him twice this season, haven't they? They beat him both times.
Who's the other teams gone over there?
Pagham.
Yeah.
Pagham done them quite severely as well.
Now, for me, them having a home advantage, because they'll get well over 1,000 there, you know that.
It'd be massive.
Yeah.
And YM will bring less than 50, including players?
Well, because of pricing, yeah.
Monty, mention that price. Go on. How much are the flights?
€119 for a one-way ticket on a Tuesday night to Guernsey.
A return would be 200 quid.
Yeah. That's it.
Right. And by the way, that's lastminute.com 2 days away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, it's an interesting one, but at the end of the day, they can't do fuck all about it. They've got to take it to the chin. They've got to go there. They've got to change their prep. And they've got to go over there and do the job. Either that or Guernsey can do the job on them, you know? So, yeah, it's a strange one. But that's something we had to bring up, I suppose.
Sorry,
yeah, absolutely.
The one that Liam's wrote about justice for Gideon.
Yeah, right. So, you know, we had the racism thing.
Right,
thing,
okay.
You know, with the lad that was accused of doing it. I believe he was found guilty by the FA there. So I think that closes the chapter on that book for.
Yeah.
So all those crap statements, and I'm finished with.
Yeah.
Has anyone condemned and are going to help this young man who's been found guilty of and I say helped? People pretty expecting him to get battered. Can anyone has any statements gone out? Has any any kind of...
Not yet. There's not been any no statements made yet. So I suppose we just wait and see what comes out and see what's said.
Obviously this player, what's the crack with him? How does he now get kind of rehabilitated? Because let's be real, racism is it's a learnt behaviour. It is a learnt behaviour, whether it's culturally or whether it is a learnt behaviour. And I think it'd be great for him to be educated in it being wrong what it is. So
yeah, I bet the lad that was found guilty
probably mortified,
regrets that every day.
Yeah, mortified.
You know,
so
it was that moment of madness where, and he looks back and says, you know, I've really fucked up my career,
But also, like another thing,
which is a big shame.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
should say this. Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. There was another incident at that ground yesterday.
Oh yeah. From what I know and what I
Right.
was,
I've heard this. It was a
Yeah.
youngster, a very young lad
Yeah, 7.
very
that did apologise. You know,
Yes.
I don't know how young he was. I heard the audio.
Mm.
Yeah. I was sent it this morning. Yeah, he sounded young.
He was a young, yeah, a very young boy.
very young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
And there's
Yeah, I'm getting sick of these bloody foreign clubs in our leagues, Jersey and Guernsey and whatever. we had one ball to warm up with, and it was a fucking JD Sport. No, it wasn't even that. It was a Sports Direct.
JJB.
Oh, you were given one. We got 3 when we went to Guernsey.
Like, it's an air photo. Mate. It's embarrassing.
But yeah, so I mean, like Jolly said, Gids, well done, mate. Got found guilty. You got, you know, that's all done now and everything like that.
And
Obviously-
I both the clubs can move on.
Yeah, but on
Exactly.
being fair, rightly or wrongly, also for some things that were alleged or happened on that day, Horsham YM 2 players also got found guilty as well. So
Yes.
just on the fairness factor,
Yeah.
racism there. Obviously, it wasn't racism that they
No,
did.
that was it was like a bringing the game disrepute charge.
Disrepute, yeah.
You know?
So, like, you know, it was a very highly tempered situation, but let's try and spin a positive out of this. And whether the lad needs to be named or not, I don't believe he does. But what I think, because I think it can really affect your work, other things outside of football.
Yeah,
it could affect work. And
Yeah, I think we draw a line under it. You know,
Yeah.
The FA have done that. It shouldn't shine a bad light on either club, you know, because they both didn't want that kind of press, that negativity. It happened. Yeah,
Things go wrong, Mike. Things go wrong. Shit happens. People make mistakes. We've all made mistakes. I would be horrified by some of the things I have said as a young lad, right? I would be horrified, if any, like mortified. I went on Facebook. Oh my god! And like, now your memories come up, and some of the stuff that I wrote into when I was at uni, I was like, I'll cringe. I would be sick in my mouth. Do you know what I mean? And I'm cringy now. Because you imagine me at 21? Do you know what I mean? it's a nightmare. So, like, let's think about how people can be made, like, not made better, but looked after. And again, we all know.
Yeah, because all of them that are going to be involved are going to need some support. And
Yeah,
of course they are.
You know, whether there was the person, all of them were found guilty or not, you know, they're all going to need some kind of support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Totally agree.
Right.
Yeah. So moving on. One team I think we need to talk about, and the season they've had and the manager they have, and that is Reigate.
Great.
I can't believe they finished runners up.
Exactly that. The run they have had and what Dale has done there this season as well.
And Aaron Field.
And Aaron, sorry. Is just incredible. And yeah, so I mean, for me, hats off to Reigate finishing runners up. Playoff wise,
I spoke to
Yeah.
the boys today. I spoke to the boys after the game.
oh, did you?
Yeah, so Brian and BT, Brian, I always say his last name wrong. He's going to kill me for this. Tishon Goma, whatever. I used to call him all sorts. But, so like Brian, as I call him, BT, called me after the game. He got another assist yesterday. He's been absolutely flying since he went there, and I'm proud of the boy. He called me after the game, and I spoke to the guys at Reigate, and I just said to them, I said, look, well done. You're in pole position now. Right?
Yeah.
You're in pole position, and like I said, obviously, job not done. I said, but whatever happens in your season now, whether you go up or you don't, to like you finished to go up. They finished 4th in their division. They were the highest placed team to get put into step 6. Ringmer won the league that year, I believe. I think Crowhurst were around there, Westfield were around, but they were the only one that could go up, right?
Because of the ground, yeah?
Because of the ground. So Reigate went up. And that first year, Aaron has said it on here as well. You know, he said it on here, like when we were on their second ever game, you know, I spoke to him and said, look, just enjoy it. Well, they've gone one better than just enjoying it, isn't it? They finished 2nd in the league. You know,
incredible.
Not only 2nd in the league, they're absolute sharpshooters. 92 goals in 34 games. You know, they've got the best goal difference in the league. Now, Billings, I said this last week about the playoffs. I know you're going to be able to bring up the playoffs. Yeah, everyone batters. Lee, someone sent me a picture of your coat the other day, by the way.
When?
You wore it to the Cup final.
Yeah.
You got someone sent it to me, just letting you know, right?
It's being retired now, by the way.
Yeah, well, it has to now, mate. It should have been retired in 2002. But going back to this, right? We talked about the
You might as well see it. Oh, mate, I'm gonna when I see Aaron, yeah.
So I said, didn't I? I said, I said to them, I said, look, the team that like, who do I think will win the playoffs? And I said it'll be the heavy shooters will fire out, and I think Billingshurst will win it based on the goals. Like they're the sharpshooters of the league. The playoff positions now have separated Reigate prior. So Reigate prior. So we all thought Infinity or Worthing United would finish 2nd.
Yes.
So Reigate prior now got home advantage over Infinity. Yeah.
And that's big.
Massive.
I know those boys up there, and I know how hostile that can be up there.
And Billingshurst now have home advantage over Worthing United.
It's big.
Do you know what? I said P-Saver. I pulled out P-Saver, didn't I, for the playoffs? And I said Billingshurst. Now, on a personal note, regardless of I want to be, and it's no offense to Billingshurst or P-Saver, but I want to be wrong on both accounts, right? Because I want Reigate Priory to win the playoffs. I'm going to put that out in now. And I'm going to go to their game. I might go to their game Tuesday night as well. I might be their bad luck charm. Lee, you ain't coming because if you know what happens with the other ones down the road,
Vardinians.
Yeah,
the curse broke, mate. We sorted that.
I think the coat didn't go there, did it?
The coat was there, mate. When the curse broke. The curse broke. Don't worry.
Let's go to the museum. The coat's going.
It is.
So
football museum.
So like, put it this way.
Oh.
I want them to win it. I want them to like, and I really rate what's going on at Worthing United.
Should we go up to Billingshurst on Tuesday? Should we go up there?
Billy,
I'll be down at Billingshurst Tuesday night.
Should we go up there and have it?
I'll be going. I'll be definitely going to a game on Tuesday, and I quite fancy going to Reigate if I'm honest, because
I haven't been to Reigate. I haven't been to Billingshurst this year,
and I never got to go to Reigate because I left that upfield by that point. But I like to go to the game. And I really want to. I don't know. I just. There's something really. I don't know. It's not about the money thing or not paying players getting sponsors to pay. Like, it's not that. Like, and I don't want to use that because I am a big advocate. If you've got money, spend it. If you can, yeah. I'm a big advocate for that. So I'll be a fucking. I'll be a moron if I went against that. But there's just something quite, I don't know, just poetic about how Reigate have become a
who's got the momentum?
Reigate.
Yeah.
Surely the two teams, yeah.
Reigate.
Do.
Who's
I think
off?
Worthing and Infinity have gone. Like they've gone and beyond. They're done, right? I think they're done. Yeah.
I don't think they're done. But if you're looking at form, and it's a key thing in what we do.
What is it like, Mons?
Well, Infinity have failed to win 3 consecutive home games. They've not won in 4.
Oh.
So, I mean,
That must be the first time this season, yeah?
Yeah. So it's not not good looking for them.
It's
You
actually
compare that
since
to
I went to watch them as well. That's
you
when
compare
they
that with
started losing.
Reigate. Reigate have kept 5 clean sheets in the last 6 games.
Oh, flying.
Says it all.
So
Right.
I mean, they're not steamrolling teams. I mean, they beat Ringmer 2-0, Oakwood 1-0, Mile Oak 2-0, Copthorne 11-0, drew 2 at Loxwood, and then beat East Preston 1-0. So they're not steamrolling teams, but you don't have to
Getting the
steamroll
job done.
teams. You're getting the job done. You're winning games, keeping clean sheets. Like people say, goals win your games, clean sheets win your titles.
Yeah.
And that's
And
coming
that's
from you as a goalkeeper, Bonnie.
Yeah.
be fair-
98th minute.
To be fair to Billingshurst as well, they've done a good run, haven't they? And like,
Well, it looked like they weren't going to get there.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
It looked
It
like
really
it was
didn't.
going to be Arundel. Arundel, the ones that dropped off.
yes,
Yeah.
it's
Big time.
sad to see, but look, hopefully Arundel have a big season next year.
Oh, what was that? So, moving on.
Hang on,
And
hang on. Has any of the permutations, has any opinions changed on who's going to win it?
I'm saying, well, I mean, I thought Infinity were going to win the league.
Infinity.
I thought Infinity were going to win the league at one point because they went on a run.
Yeah.
But I'll say, yeah, Reigate for playoff winners.
Go on, Mike. What are you saying?
I'll go Worthy United.
You're always going to back that on the doorstep, aren't you? Well,
Local team.
No, political, because he knows he might get a cheeky beer if he turns up.
Listen. Hear me out, because I've got friends at Infinity as well. You know, I've got friends at a few clubs in there, but you know, I've got a great relationship with Dale. Look, I didn't think Reigate would make the playoffs. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't think that.
No, me neither.
Now it'll take a tough one to beat one. I thought if Infinity had the home advantage first, they would have probably come out. I know the quality that all 4 teams have. You know, I saw Billingshurst play this year against East Preston, battered them. You know, there's always goals in their team. I just think it's not completely a foregone conclusion for any of them.
Okay.
I mean, look, Mo, to his credit, got them in town there. A game where they should have been on the beach. Yeah, they've done everything and they went on and got a 3-3 draw. Yeah, Worthy United had a game against Hayward Heath in the cup 3-4 days before.
Yeah,
that would have took something out their legs. I know they were missing a few yesterday. Right, go on then. You've got to stick your money. You've got to stick your 50 quid on something. Who's it going on?
Mate, you're so far down money-wise as it is.
Oh, mate.
I'm wiping the floor of you. I tell you what, if someone wants to sponsor my predictions, like a club wants me to put a bit of gold dust on their name,
Date.com.
give me a call and I'll say you're on the team name and you'll win something, right? My prediction last week was Billingshurst, wasn't it? And
yeah.
I think out of all the clubs, Worthy United are the prime to go up based on the setup and everything else. Like I think they would be fine. Do you know what I mean, to go up? But I think Billingshurst, I think they're for me, they've got to be. They're going to be the ones. I think it'll be a Reigate Billingshurst final, and I don't think it'll be even though they're the 2 highest scoring teams in the league. I reckon it'll be a 1-0 either way.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Either or, even though I'm sitting here saying, like I said, I think Billingshurst will do it, but I'll be absolutely delighted for Reigate if they do. But actually, all 4 teams in it, not that I genuinely don't care, but fair play to all of them. Like even Infinity only come up a year or 2 ago. Do you know what I mean? They only come up 2 years, like, you know. So, mate, no one likes penalties.
Oh, no pens.
I love
We
a
don't want
penalty
pens.
shootout, mate.
I hate
love a
them.
penalty.
Horrible.
No, it's not how a game should
Fucking
be
mandatory
Eat 'em.
penalty
ended.
shootout. I love them.
But yeah, I'm saying Bills and Sir.
Mon, who are you going with, mate?
I'm going to agree with Billy. I'm going to go Billingshurst. All things well. I'm going to be there Tuesday night, so I'm going to back them. They're the team in there that's closest to where I live. So I'm going to do a mic and back my local.
Okay, so I'm. I can't believe I'm gonna say,
Infinity, mate. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm. No, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm banned from football Tuesday night.
Why?
The missus ban me.
Right. Now we've got rid of it.
From football.
Now, right.
Outrageous.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that. The host of this show does that. He needs to apologise to the lads.
He needs to come on there. Full public apology, please.
Right.
Full public.
I'm deeply sorry, but I've got a very pregnant hormonal girlfriend, and just I can't do Tuesday because I'm at the semi-final Wednesday night, Eastbourne, Brighton under-21s. Then I'm down at Shaw on Thursday night, helping out down there.
What are you doing down there?
Oh, I'm helping old Slaney out for an under-23 game.
He's doing pigeons.
Down
Oh
there.
yes, I'm down there Thursday night.
There we go. So I'm down there helping
On the
Slaney.
under-23s Cup semi-final, Ferring versus Broadbridge Heath.
That's it. So to all the teams out there, I am sorry, but yeah, I'm a no-go. Unless I can convince her to go to a game and she drive, and it'd be fine.
Yeah, that's going to work, isn't it? Yeah, so she already don't want you to go, but now you want her to drive you there as well and spend time with you there, yeah?
Yeah, she loves it. She enjoyed it the other night at the game.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, sorry boys, I'm like that for Tuesday. Right, moving on.
Yeah, so we got our things. So kind of whispers about it this week.
There is, yeah.
Well, you know, Ringmer stayed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First season in step 6, established. Tommy, Hart, the boys up there. You know, I heard some rumours he could be leaving.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, very true. It could
I don't know if
be.
anyone else heard that.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to bring it up because I just wasn't going to bring it up.
I'll tell you what I've heard.
But look, we're a podcast that ultimately we say what we hear, right? So look, I've seen what you've all seen. You've all heard it from different people. Just spit out. Go on, say it, Mike.
Okay, so this is what I've heard, and anyone from Ringmer can correct me on this. You know, and I do like the club. I like the people there. I really do. This is not derogatory. New players next year at step 6 have to pay £190 or £195 to sign on when they don't get any expenses,
No.
or things like that. I mean, we'd heard this rumbling for a couple of weeks now, yeah. And whether that has forced a hand of the management there, because I know all the teams that you guys have been involved with, you've never had that. I mean,
No,
this
It's
morning,
crazy.
I'll be honest, this morning, I sent Tommy a message and went, "Have you been sacked?" Yeah. And obviously that wasn't true. But there's probably some more to it now. What odds do you reckon he'll be there at the end of the season? Or sorry, at the beginning of the season?
No. I think he'd be somewhere else.
where?
It
Well,
all depends who comes available.
The merry-go-round's about to start, isn't it?
Yeah.
So put it this way, All right, just because it has been brought up, and I think it's good context. We have got friends. Look, it's gone around. We've heard, right? Okay, we've had it sent to us. We've had it forwarded to us from other group chats and directly to us, saying that he's leaving and he's told the players that, right? That's what we've been told. Yeah. Is what it is. That's what we've been told. Now, whether that's true or not is down to them, right? It might not have said that. He may have. But if that's the case and he is going, you have to commend the job that they've done in the period of time now.
Done a great job.
I'm going to be honest though, listening to his interviews last month, they've sounded like someone who's leaving. In my opinion, they sound like someone who might be going.
Not the usual Tommy
now,
Haddon.
Yeah, it's been a little bit kind of like, it's not
bit
been
deflated.
Yeah,
maybe. Like I just think it sounds very much like it felt like when you talk about this is what we need to do for next season. I've heard that same tone from managers that know they're on the way out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's not an issue. It's not an issue if he's on his way out. It's not an issue if he feels like he has taken them as far as he can under that current structure or whatever, right? Like you can't like if you don't think you can do it under the let's be frank, no budget. But then we hear conflicting stories about budgets as well, don't we? We asked, you want to come on and tell?
We are Stephanos.
You were in the change room the weekend, Steph. Do you want to come and spill things live on the pod?
Want to ring that number?
Mike will get you on.
Right, let's just make it clear. In that step 6, that league there, are there any clubs that are charging their players?
Right at the top, second team in the league, Relegation Priory.
Okay.
So look, I had BT on the phone to me saying, "You sponsoring me or not?" Playoffs of the week, because I've got I'm going to sponsor him at Relegation Priory. It's what it is. And I think that's what I thought. That's what the phone call. I thought the phone call was it like my young boy checking in on me and telling me how he did it week.
He wants your money.
Money. Sounds like a son.
Bill, how attractive is that to a player when you're into step 6 and you want to improve the squad for next season?
Yeah.
You've been in the thick of these kind of deals.
Yeah.
But you got to pay me £200 to sign them.
Yeah, ain't happening. So I'll be honest, if that was right, I'll put it to Ringmer this way.
Go on.
So let's work that out. 195, yeah? Let's work it. Let's be like we are. We're a thoughtful thinking podcast that speak a little bit, but let's be thoughtful about this. 195 times 18. Yeah? That's £3,510. Yeah, let's just say that. 3.5 grand. Right? So that's what the club need or think they need from the first team, yeah?
Even with that bar turning over a ridiculous amount.
For me, it's backward thinking. So what's probably happened, and I'm guessing. It's a massive guess for me. Obviously, I've heard a little bit, and I've had a little. I'm not going to talk about everything because I've had a little chat with Tom, a little couple of messages with Tommy, right? But the sellers market was, I'm not paying £195 a kick a ball a year. Mad. So I look at it like this: they have the seconds and the thirds, right? Correct.
Yep.
They have a women's team and they have a few others. I don't think the club look much different to what the first team are. I said, like Brian, I said you charge. I don't think, and a false, right? I don't think they look at the differentiation between what a first team is and a fourth team is at that place. I don't reckon Tommy gets probably probably like if I reckon they all train. This is what I reckon there's probably about 100 players that turn up the training. Do you know what I mean? I reckon it's really a little bit chaotic in the sense of we're a community club. We all pay our subs to train and play. These are the slots, right? I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong. And that being the case, like supposedly they're getting their like the fourth highest, highest attendance in the league, right? So I put it like this: how much is it to get in at Ringmar? Does anyone know?
It was
well,
£6.
6-7 quid.
Right, okay. So even on that, Tommy, like you train Tuesdays, first and seconds, and the Thursdays go to the thirds and fourths. What if the first team want to train on Tuesday on a Thursday too?
6 quid
Right.
to get in.
Can they not track like there's the slot? No, you can't have that slot. The fourths have got it because, with all due respect, is that at any proper senior football club? It's the first team on the slot. Whoever else is on it has to fuck off.
Yeah,
The
first team get it.
The fronts come first.
Sorry, but we've done it to academy teams like under 12s. Unfortunately, we need to train the pitch tonight, guys. We're moving you into somewhere else, or like train on something else, like whether it's like they're from a 3G into one night or whatever. First thing come first. It can't be equal rights on the fourth, third, seconds, and first. It can't. So they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. Now, they probably won't change, and it probably is the end of the line for Tommy, right? It probably is. But I look at it like this: if they're getting, let's just say they're getting 100 people turn up, right, at the moment, but 40 of them are paying £6 pounds, yeah,
yeah,
240, yeah, £4,500 in just ticket revenue a year, yeah. That's being quite. That's me talking low down, right? If that's 70 people paying, 80 people paying, or whatever, that's 40 people out of the 100 people that come that are paying top dollar, right? So if you look at that and you go, right, that's how many league games we've got over a year. It's more than the subs. If we've got an uncompetitive team that might end up doing a cop form because they just can't retract the players, yeah, you're getting 12 people watch your first team.
Yeah, your bar revenues dropping as well.
Bar revenues drop in, your gate revenues drop in, and everything else around it. Now, we can't sit here and say Ringmer have been ripping up trees this year, sitting at the top 6 of the league, or whatever. They haven't, right? They've survived relegation, which, by the way, based on the fact that there's no budget and subs involved,
even first year at step 6.
Yeah, you say that's fine, right? You say that's absolutely fine. I did expect them to do better. I did. I'm not going to deny that. I thought they would.
They started well.
Yeah, they did.
Started really well.
But the way I look at it now is, right, okay, if this is the time up, then Tommy's got to then think, right, okay, I don't want to be out of the game. What's out there for me? What could I bring to the table elsewhere? Which is tough. It's going to be tough because you've got to be like attractive. It might be a step 6 job. It might be a step 5, 7 job again. Do you know what I mean? Because it depends who's available, what's available, right? On the pyramid. Like, beggars can't be choosers, and you got to pick what you got to pick, like at the right time. But I look at it like this: if Ringmer don't work out how to separate what first team football is and recreation football is, yeah, but you're shit anyway. They should. If they had the budget, if they had a budget, they should. You still should be paying. You still should be paying. The amount of Goldie gloves he goes through, and he loves a picture, Steph. Bloody hell. Oh my God. Yeah, as soon as Ringmer put him up on the pitch, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing?
We need him cammed up next season.
Okay, so are we saying
that
it could be a lack of ambition from
the higher ups?
Yeah, what happened to Mark Hutchins? Is Mark Hutchins still controlling things or not?
He stepped down, didn't he?
No. Yeah, he stepped down. He's a great guy, by the way. Hutchins, great.
You've got to differentiate what recreational football is to competitive senior football. It's a differentiation because you know because Daryl the Barrel in the Force is paying £195, £20 a month. It don't mean when you're trying to get loan signings from decent. What happens then what happens if you're Ringmer, let's just say, right? And I don't know, Lewis turn around and go, all right, okay. So Lewis turn around and go, right, we've got 3 lads here, like from in our Isthmian 18s, are really good lads, but we want to expose them to step 6 men's football. Like, can you take them for 6 months? Yeah, no worries. That'd be £600, please. What? Well, they've got to pay subs to be here. Like, what happens?
I agree, Bill. And do you think
Yeah.
the demise financially of the original Ringmer
It scares the fuck out of them.
plays on their heads?
Of course it does. But it's different now.
We built the most beautiful Cayburn Stadium there. Probably the best bar in that league, by far, looking over there. Wonderful sports pitch and everything like that.
All a little bit that, the way that's at Holy Town.
Oh, yes, that's fair. But they look at that and think, we were here in 2019 or wherever it was, or 2008, whatever, yeah, before that when they went bang, the original, yeah? And that was a really good side, and they threw money at it, and it went tits up. Perhaps they have a duty, yeah, to the community or that to maybe they're trying to put things in place to try and stop them making those decisions. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the wrong thing.
Then don't be ambitious. Then shut up. Just fucking shut up. Just shut it up. Just bloody have teams playing it and fun. Like, who gives a shit? But then that's it. Then we can stop talking about Ringmer as a football club and let them just be a bloody social club. Like, that's it. Fine. No, go mid Sussex football. Go and play Prem Championship. Go and do that. But keep out senior football. Don't need it. Like, it's not about it's not the subs that the issue. It's the differentiation of what a first team is versus a second team versus a third team, a fourth, a vets, a fucking walking football side. The fact that if Tommy wants to train on Thursday, he cannot, because the birds and the false on the pitch, you're fighting a losing battle. Training once a week anyway, when you have a 3G pitch, is a disgrace, by the way. Like, it's an absolute disgrace. And I tell you why that is. 3G pitch, like getting on it twice a week will be such an advantage. Like, to be training twice a week, ticking.
Oh, yeah.
To go on it once a week, having that facility, like, it's not Tommy's fault, but it's a disgrace. It genuinely
It's crazy.
Yeah. Anyhow, good luck to Tommy, whatever he's going to be doing, staying. I know he's going to be
point, like what Paul said. Imagine if you paid 190 and you donated the 16 for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, you just dropped 190 on it. Gaffer.
Sounds like one of my bets.
Gaffer, I'm not in the squad. Oh, sorry, I've just picked. Yeah, but Gaffer, I've been paying my money like every month. I paid up. I paid up. I've set up a direct debit.
Right. Let's move on now to some news. Club that I like. We know that sadly got relegated this week after winning the league last time.
Yeah.
Sussex. What are we thinking?
I don't think they come back up.
You really?
No.
Really, you don't?
No, I don't. I
what
think.
makes you think that?
Depending on I think what they've done there is tremendous, right?
Incredible, I think. Yeah.
And I thought they were going to stay up. I was rooting for them when they were winning.
Yeah, same.
Sheppy were losing. I was like, they've pulled it off. The boys have pulled it off. Like, I was buzzing for them, and I love what they've done there. Chairman's done fantastic. He's fun, engaging, enjoyable. But I can't see. I shouldn't say this. I'm going to say it. I think the management team might get another job.
I was going to say, I probably don't think they will be there next season. I think it'd be a change.
I think they'll find it hard because, like, I know we batter them about the budget and all that sort of stuff, right? But I don't think they have a massive budget. I don't, and I don't think they had a massive budget when they won it last year.
Yeah, good.
Like, if you look at that team was still not good enough for Isthmian League football, but they were a good bunch of lads and they went and won the league. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it second time around. It really is. I know Stenning have done it, but they had a complete rebuild in the summer.
Yeah, they did.
How many of the Sussex boys now? Let's just say some of them who've now proven themselves at step 4 are gonna now get offers elsewhere.
Oh, that's
be.
inevitable. That's
Yeah.
inevitable. Some of those
It's going to
players.
happen.
So okay, so if that happens, there's a rebuild in an area where there's a lot of competing teams who've got good budgets on your doorstep. Haywards Heath.
Yep.
You got Broadbridge Heath just up the road. You got all these clubs like in like an area to competing for players. I don't know. I just think it's going to be really tough. Horsham, yeah. Even Horsham, like Horsham, which what the main Horsham, then you got Horsham YM. Like Horsham YM are more like, I don't know. Someone said to me, it's like they've Ubered in London. Someone said, I'm thinking that Charles is going to hate me for saying that, right? But like it's you look at it and you look around all the clubs. Roffey, by the way,
Roffey.
yeah, well,
Could be up there next season.
You know, no, I think they're going to win the league this year.
You reckon?
Yep, I think Roffey will win the league. That's what I'm saying, right? I just don't know. I just think they will. I don't care who's in the league. I think Roffey are going to win it. I've just got this feeling. And I might be completely wrong, by the way, and they finish 10th. But I just think Naz will win the league. I just really do. I knew it would wind him up. I knew it would. But like,
but do you not think though, Bill, that those players,
yeah,
they want to play for that club? They had a record attendance the other day. Yeah,
but I think it's different now, Mike. Right? I think
it's a different run club, definitely.
No, not even that. Like when they won the league, the team spirit and even what they've done. By the way, they go down with their heads held extremely high.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And that's why I mean it's going to be tougher, because I actually look at the players and go, look, if they keep that squad together and can keep the management motivated, they'll be fine. I don't think those two things can happen. I think when managers get a sniff of step 4 football,
they're good enough as well. They're definitely good enough.
With all due respect to the county league, yeah. And remember, because I had no experience in men's football management, I went in and done step 6, yeah, with upfield, with no airs and graces. The county league is a lot different to Isthmian League football, even though I believe step 4 has become a glorified county league in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
that being in the FA Trophy, going into the FA Cup at that stage, some of the grounds you visit in that league, you know, even I know people say the Hastings pitch has been the shit this year, and it has. It won't be next year. But even going to Hastings and playing in front of 1,000 people, experiencing these things at big clubs, Ashford United, you know. Like who else is in that league that will be in that league next year? Like some of the teams that are massive in that league, you know, whether it's Sitting Bull not going up or let's just say, I don't know, let's just say Croydon go up or Herne Bay. Like, Herne Bay get great crowds as well, yeah. Loud and like it's proper. It sounds like I'm knocking it a bit, but it's proper. For me, it's step 4 football. It's when it gets real proper, right? And I don't know, when you get a taste of that, and that's why, by the way, I went to Lancing. You know, I went to Lancing. I went to Lancing because of this. That will never happen to Sussex, by the way. Just making it very clear.
They never take a double dip. No way.
And because of like, I don't want to go much into that anymore. But like, it written on the wall with Lancing. I'm telling you, like, regardless who, it was always like, yeah, it was always written on the wall for that to happen. But I don't know, like, going back, what was I saying? My point, like, I just think with it, I look at it and go, you get a taste of it, you want more of it.
How long they've been there? How long the brothers been there?
What, as managers?
2-3 years, is it?
I think 3. I don't know. I might be wrong.
It's a third season, I think.
Like I couldn't tell you actually.
Mon, you able to have a look and see How long they've been there?
I'll have a look. I'll see if I can find it.
I definitely think they've been.
2000, so yeah, 4 years. It was 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 4 seasons.
4 seasons. Okay.
Yeah. So, but like, look, back to the point. On it, I don't know. Like, look, and you just took the words out of my mouth. What club is there out for him now? And I don't know. I don't know. But at the same time, they have to probably look at, right, okay, what's our, what are our poor players, our recruitment? Is that what we're the best at, or are we the best? Are we like really good at motivating and getting people going? Could we go into an environment where we might not know the pool of players, but we can go and learn on the job and grow it on the job and what have you? You're probably not going to get a big team based on those things. Like, you're probably not. But I think I just something tells me that it's not going to be the same at Sussex next year. It's just not. And I might be wrong, and I'll be proud to be proven wrong. And lots of managers get itchy feet this time of the year, but then when the dust settles, the dust settles.
Yeah, I reckon they'll stay.
I hope so.
I mean, I hope so. But you're right. You could never stop a couple of lads that
They've got ambition, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Oh God, yeah, big ambition.
You said it. Once you get a little sniff of it,
Yeah,
you want to get a bit sniff of it more, don't you?
Imagine if you get a side. Oh no! Look, all right. Let's play devil's advocate. Eastbourne Town have done great last few years, yeah, under Jude.
Yep.
Say Jude now turns around and gets another
highest
job.
finish this year, isn't it?
Yeah, but let's just say that Jude, by the way, who's completely like you got to understand, like he's gone from being kind of like bastardized a little bit, made a mockery of it at Whitehawk as a young manager, thrown in the deep end, at double relegation, kept his job and then lost his job. Kind of like got treated very poorly, in my opinion. Back end of that, goes into Eastbourne Town under no pressure to really do anything. Does great, gets some Isthmian League football. Again, think fuck me, I've made a rod for my own back here. I'm in Isthmian League with a crap budget. Like, what am I going to do? Does incredibly well, and again does great this year. Higher place finish than Hastings. You look at that, maybe, but Whitehawk's not an easy gig for anyone. And I'll talk about that in a sec. But let's just say Jude goes, I don't think I could do it again. I don't think I can go again, or gets offered something bigger. Why couldn't those boys go down? Could they go down there? Could they go to
Lewis?
Yeah, Lewis. Surely, that's a free fall. But like, if you look at,
but they couldn't turn that down though.
No, of course you couldn't. You couldn't, no way. But like, you just have to look at these things and go, it's all about perception. Sussex have been relegated, and probably Robots all going to Milo.
You're the source, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, let us know more.
Pain now, Whitehall being a shit again without Sean.
Interesting.
Can you rework that? Let's get that back. Right, let's get explaining it with more detail. But right, I just think and perception is everything. It's not, but it is. They've just got relegated, and they won the league last year. But I actually think that James's stock is higher now than it was last year.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. 100%. And I know someone else that thinks that as well. We mentioned him earlier, Mitch Hand, little Amsterdam. I said, who would you not fancy? He said, I'd hope Sussex stay up because I wouldn't fancy them next year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just quickly, because I know I'm going to be cut off very soon. Just a few announcements. Just let everybody know, next Sunday there will not be a IBB10. It will be on the Monday night. So Monday the 4th, we will be live then, because we will be celebrating my 40th on the Sunday. So there'll be a few drinks.
We're doing it live from your party, mate.
Yeah, we're going to
Do it live from wine.
We're going to get Mama Pen on.
But yeah, just let everyone know, next Sunday there won't be a live show. It will be on the Monday instead.
Okay.
Why would Rob O'Toole go to Marlow, by the way? What's the connection there?
Need a bit more, Ryan.
I don't know where that come from. But
Marlow would be some side at step 6, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
big Rob there.
Imagine all the Wild boys rock up and Marlow. Oh, I'd be like Forest Row all over again. Headache. I'm never getting back in the dugout ever again. I'm staying where I am, mate. This is not helpful.
Are we agreeing on one thing though, lads?
Go on.
If you don't go up from that Premier this year, it is a lot harder next year.
A hell of a lot harder.
Step 5 and step 6.
Yeah.
I think both leagues are really, really tough.
Yeah.
Because if you have got Littlehampton coming down, and you have got Hassocks coming down, and one of either of Peacehaven, YM, Guernsey, or Hayward Heath are also staying down.
Yeah.
There's going to be some tasty fixtures next season as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Really big games.
Should we go live on Saturday? Should we go live Saturday night rather than Monday?
And by the way, James Westlake said it was 4 seasons, so he's completely listening.
Horses.
Yeah,
Gents, what do you want to do? Live Saturday or live Monday?
Because it's like, it ain't that more interesting, like off the back of the playoffs. Rather than Monday. I hate us being like shit news, like 4 days.
All right. Well, I'm happy to do Saturday.
Even if we've had a few beers, we'll do it Saturday, yeah?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What's this? What we're doing the show?
Yeah.
Pod.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll do it anyway. Yeah.
All right. We do Saturday 8 o'clock.
So if Sean
after the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. Then we'll dissect them.
Yeah. So right. Okay. So yeah. Straight off the bat, bang on it, causing issues. Bosh. I think that day, that over that weekend there'll be like playoff finals, and there'll be when's the playoff final for step 6? That's
Sunday.
Sunday. Is it Sunday?
So for the playoff final for step 6 is that Saturday.
Yeah. So we can digest that as well. So someone will be going up. Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, right. Okay. Like when you said about how these leagues are going to be, I look at it and go, oh, it'd be tough. Like both of them. Both of them will be tough. Like step 6 will have either a Reigate or Worthing United or a Billion Sales. Like they'll have one of those, and then Infinity will have a go next year. So there's 3 out of 4 there are all going to be exciting. Surely Lancing have got to be one of the big teams in that league. It can't be one. They can't.
And Shoreham.
But what's going on at Lancing? The guy's going down. But what's actually happened to both of them? So, like, Shoreham have absolutely limped down, really, like getting battered again at the weekend. Lancing the same, right? What's happening? Like, what's the excitement to get them both up? They got to, like, Lancing have to be, like, surely one of the top teams in that league. 3G pitch, no debt anymore. They have to, surely they have a go, right? But who's the man to lead them? Who's going to take them to, like, who's actually going to fucking have a go? Is it going to be?
I think they're going to stay with Dale, aren't they?
Well, not hearing anything. It'd be nice to, it'd be nice if people communicate.
I think this weekend, it'll take one or two managers that will have had enough. They already know, and you'll start seeing some. I think you're going to be right, Bill, in what you said. You predicted this about a month, 6 weeks ago. This could be the biggest manager change around that we have seen in these leagues for years. And I think a few deals are already done.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll be look.
I think the Arundel job will come up.
Yeah.
100%. You know, I think both Josh and Jimbo they were gutted how it ended. There, you know, there's a few tasty jobs out there in those leagues.
I think there's some that aren't going to be up, and by October, them ones will be up because they will realise they made a fucking massive boo-hoo.
Yeah, I reckon there's going to be some teams that are going to give them. Some teams are going to give this guy Milo.
Someone knew Ryan.
I think there's going to be a few teams that can persevere with their gaffers and possibly give them 10 games.
But then you can.
The problem you get with that is,
someone's got to do a rescue job rather than getting a pre-season to actually grow something.
That's it. And there's also some managers out there that haven't got jobs that are more than enough capable in this.
Yeah.
So, but I say there's only about 3 or 4 that are completely safe. And you're looking at your Guernseys, your Selsies, things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Selsie won't change. That's not going to happen.
No.
Especially after a 20-0. But like you look at kind of like Guernsey, obviously Tony Vance, he's a legend. So he's
he'll be there. He'll be carried out in a coffin. He will.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, look, it'd be interesting. I'm intrigued. You know, there's always conversations flying around. You know, we know that, right? You know, there's always.
Look, we've known there's been conversations with certain managers that are not linked with clubs that are already talking to clubs.
Yeah, we know that.
Ready now.
Yep.
Have been late. We haven't said that. But the one thing you will get from this show pre-season is we are continuing through pre-season. Yeah. Whispers, rumours, merry-go-rounds, the lot. We'll be the only ones of any of these podcasts, including the one that I'm also involved with on the Wednesday. They will shut down over pre-season. So you want your news, source, and info, come see us.
We're going nowhere. And we want to hear. And we're going to probably ruffle feathers with some of the rumours. It'll be player rumours. It'll be manager rumours. It'll be club rumours. It'll be projections on
But
who.
they'll have some receipts with these rumours.
Yeah, of course. Look, have we ever come on here
and bullshit?
And all we said has not been true. Like, there's not much. There might in a whole season. You might.
How many times do we get sent messages, Bill, in this group? Yeah, about this, and how many times do we cross them out and go, "That's bullshit"? Yeah,
loads.
Yeah.
But look, even Tommy today has kind of insinuated that all these the rumor is that he has not officially, but he's going out the door. He's kind of on, he could have come out and said he ain't, right? He hasn't. So that kind of will speculate. We've heard that Robert O'Toole's going to Marlow. Right, so we've heard that today. So we've heard that's happening, and we expect that to be a big announcement tomorrow on that. But no, I think this is what it's for, right? We're gonna get.
It's the spotlight. It's putting a spotlight back on Sussex football because people are talking about it.
Yeah, it's making the Sussex Football League sexy again, right? I know it's not. Actually, I know it's not. Yeah,
I've mentioned him twice already tonight, Mitch, but that's it. He said he don't mind dropping down a bit because he get a bit more exposure and he'll come and dabble it up a bit more on these. Do you know what I mean?
There you go. And look, let's be real. You know, we don't. It's not just Sussex clubs. We have Surrey clubs in it, and we talk about them with just as much pride as we'll talk about any Sussex clubs. And I think I just look at it and go, we wanna have fun. We want to have fun with this. We always have fun every night. We do this. It always overruns. Lee's now getting banned from football by his missus. So we're kind of thinking this podcast, it might end one day.
And this is how wild, Bill, this is how wild we are, right?
What?
See that geezer here? Do we reckon he'll be playing for Roffey next season?
No.
I don't think he will either. This is how it is.
Even a heart attack over this.
Even the co-hosts, they get it. Do you know what I mean?
Look.
I like that, DP. We'll take that one.
Yeah,
We have a
go
couple
on.
more questions, and we're only clowning you, Monty. We already know who you signed
Yeah.
for anyway. Sorry, mate. I'm gonna...
I've said to him, the next
No,
job I
yeah.
get, he's going to be my second. All right, second keeper day. So we'll see how it
That's
goes.
fucking a bit too high for me. I was thinking third choice.
DP, what we got? Who's your dark horses for next season, or is it too early for that?
I've
I
already.
think Saldina do better.
Oh God, Lowell's going to kill me. They're going to win it.
It's big ask, but we both know we think they're going to be a lot better.
That's the most attractive club down there, mate. I'm sorry, as a player. Yeah, Steph ain't mate. Steph will never make my top 5 ever, ever. But look, I think like I think if you're a player, Salting is attractive, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. Roffey would be very strong next season.
Yeah,
very strong. I don't think Naeem's going in there, especially with where the club are, to just be in around the mid-table. Not at all.
Yeah, no chance.
I'm not too sure. Once
I want to give one team. I don't know if they'll be up and around the playoffs, but one team who I think will definitely do better than they did this season is Midhurst.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Obviously, with
100%.
Connor in there, getting a pre-season, hopefully getting through all the injury issues they've had at the end of this season, I think they'll be definitely mid-table to upper table next season.
Yeah, and their chairman wants it and all. Tom.
Yeah.
Tom Smith. Yeah.
The thing of it could be Hazel.
Yeah.
Guernsey, let's just say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is obviously I'm saying P7 going up. Yeah, so it could be Ames Eve, Horsham YM, Guernsey, Eastbourne United, East Grinstead, Littlehampton, Roffey, Midhurst, right? Fucking hell. And who would, and Pagham, maybe. But what about Lingfield? Will they ever go next year?
Or will they get moved over?
Who's coming down? Hassocks, Littlehampton.
Let's talk of it.
Hassocks, Littlehampton. Who else is coming down? That's it, though, isn't it? They might stay. It might stay, mate. You might I look at it like this. No, Wick have got to wait for the McDonald's drive-through to get there first, and then they might make money. If they put a Mackey's there, fly.
I fucking thought they did, didn't I? I fell for it.
I'll tell you what. Driving into that,
that's what happens when you're on the fat jabs, mate. You see this food different. It's like being out in the desert with an oasis.
You're wasting away, Mike. Actually, you're looking really thin,
mate. I'm borderline now. That just under that 15 stone now. Bearing in mind, I was 16.10, and that was 7 weeks.
Still jabbing?
Huh?
You're still jabbing?
Of course, I'm still jabbing. I'm jabbing.
What happens if you end up like 12 stone?
Oh, mate, I'd look ill. I look like a victim.
I know.
No. Interesting.
Might do. The same one for the Gilesy one is what club? You look at the Westlake boys, like what club? Like maybe like an Eastbourne Town, maybe a club that's in maybe like a Croydon, maybe a Merstham. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you have to.
And go back to the jab thing. I won't go. I'll probably get another half a stone, and I'll start putting another half a stone muscle back on. And I'll come in. I'll be like a Greek god or an SPQR Roman Trojan. Do you know what I mean?
You just got to find other ways of doing cardio if you don't like running and don't like the gym. Like that's the trick.
I fucking hate the gym, mate. I've got the full membership, and all I do is go and sit in the sauna.
Get the wine. Just get the wine on the go. Get the wine on the go.
Luckily, Freedom Leisure, our sponsors, are going to help change my mindset.
Yeah, they will.
And go there and do that. But yeah, and I'm not going to be. If I don't get my Cruisy Campo sponsorship this pre-season, I'm off the booze as well for good, mate. I'm giving.
Do you think then? Right. So who's your dark horses? Like, I've got Roffey.
Something. I do
like if honestly, if that
I do like Midhurst because I know that they're not getting Connor in for no fucking reason. Do you know what I mean? And the chairman went out and got him. He wanted him.
Well, what about Marloke then? If like,
No, not for me.
what are you talking about?
No,
Going
it's just you know, I know they've got. I know Carl's on here, and Carl, you know, he works so effing hard off the pitch for that
Yeah.
club. You know, if they can help with the infrastructure and the ground and everything like that, I think there was some talk of that as well. There was some talk. You know, if they can do that, then great. But there's a lot of clubs around there within
yeah, it's not nice. Going
5-10 miles. You know, where you've got to look at it and say, where do I want to be like that?
Does anyone want to go Marlowe? Like as a player, Monty, like.
No, I wouldn't think so. It's not because you think of all the other clubs that are somewhat in and around it. There's better options.
Yeah. As a player, yeah. Maybe it depends who they recruit as their next manager.
I know. Well, look, if they recruit a new manager, Arundel, just saying that, does Josh stay? Because Josh was a huge part of the coaching staff before. Yeah, especially when I was there. He works for Brighton. He knows his stuff inside out. He did. From what I hear, he didn't really want the manager's job in the first place.
No.
Yeah.
Look,
But he wanted to keep everyone.
we all know what happened there.
Yeah. Yeah, you turned down the job, Bill.
Yeah, but we weren't right timing. But they're great people down there.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's an hour and a half drive from your house, mate.
It is, mate. It's far.
That's long. All right, I think we've got time for one more question.
Okay, what?
Yeah. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, I do want to bring up a little fact, though.
Go on.
I saw this earlier on. Yeah? You want to talk about the... just go back to the Worthing United in the playoffs, yeah? John messaged me and said, look at the head-to-heads between the playoff teams. Worthing United only took 4 points off 6 matches against those teams in the top 6. Which is...
Again, sorry, what you say?
Right, so look at the head-to-heads between the playoff teams. This is what John said.
Yeah.
United only managed 4 points, okay, over the 6 matches against all the others.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot.
No, it ain't a lot.
No, it's just an interesting fact I want to bring up.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to this week. Joe, I get a buzz off National
I'm going to go to Bennett's on Tuesday, definitely.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to go there. I haven't been up there for a long time.
When's the National League South?
Might see you there then, Mike. I'm planning to get up to Jubilee on Tuesday night.
Any chance you can send your butler down in the roller to pick me up, mate? That'd be nice.
Oh, Dorking on Wednesday. I might go Dorking Wednesday.
One thing I want to shout out the Fridge Bridgman as well for getting top goal scorer, golden boot, and he missed quite a few games as well. He did, you know. Shout out to him. Yeah. But yeah, I'll take that, Russ. But yeah, okay. Right, so where are we going this week then, lads? Who have Hastings got, by the way, Bill?
We're done, mate. Season's done.
That's it. It's all done.
Yeah, we're completely done.
How do you feel about that, Bill? Because I know you love it.
It feels weird. Like, oh yeah, we've got training on Wednesday. Yeah, for women. I've got a women's game on Sunday. Last of the season for that as well. And thank fuck for that. Right, going into what I think. I think it's a big summer, mate. I think it's a very big summer for us. I think it's the club's had it hanging over its head for a while now about the main stand being a problem, and you know the upgrade of the pilot field originally was moving elsewhere, and didn't happen, and we all know the story behind that, so I won't go into that again. But I just think it's a really big summer for the club, both on and off the pitch. I think I've said it on the commentary at the weekend. Actually, I got asked because the commentary would kind of looked at me and they said,
Did you?
What?
Did the commentary, did you?
No, I didn't do it. I popped on for like 1 minute. They just asked me what I thought, and I just said, look.
They only gave you a minute in your own club. They knew what a live wire you were.
Yeah, go on, Bill, jump on, so what you really think. But I just think stability. Like, I know it's a cliche word, as much cliche as the word project. You know, like we all know, I love a project, but it's just stability. Like, I know, like, for example, I know what I need to do for the football club. You know, as long as my role is set, I know what my role is at this football, what I need to do for this football club. But I need to be able to do it. And if I can't do it, I can't do my role, and I won't be at the football club. And I shouldn't really come out so publicly and say that, but that's the truth, right? There's two things I would do. One, drive Hastings United forward. And if that ain't a possibility, I will be in a dugout somewhere. That's going to happen, right? That's the two things, right? It's the two things. So looking at Hastings, it's about the stability. It's like, okay, so what does that stability mean?
Hastings Radio just messaged, by the way, said you were too subjective. They didn't want you on anyway.
I'm not allowed to go on. I'm not actually allowed to go on the radio. If I speak, it's
trouble.
Yeah. Right. So, look, consistency for me is consistency in what we're actually trying to achieve, and being quite openly with the supporters about that. I think that's really important. And if that consistency means, let's just say that consistency, you choose out Buenos for a pint of Cruiser Campo, right? Go on. If that consistency means, let's just say we're communicating it, and it means that we are going to play the kids next year, and this is what it's going to be, blah, 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 then fine. If it's we're going to create the Harlem Globetrotters of step 4, fine. If it's we're going to get the balance right, and it's going to be, you know, about being the hardest working, most aggressive, loudest football club in the league like we used to be, fine. But look, but what that is the consistency of message, consistency of options, consistency of facilities, consistency of being better. And I think that's for all of us, right? You can't praise shit. Do you know what I mean? So we can't sit here and praise shit. And we can't underestimate the job that's been done, especially since Dave's come in. If you look at the results are what they are, right? Will Dave be happy that we survived the relegation battle? No. Is there factors? Yes. But can those factors affect the football club next season? Absolutely not. Right. So none of us are stupid. We all know. And it's just a year. It's now got to be the year of consistency to get Hastings United back to where Hastings United needs to be. Hastings United needs to be challenged at the top end of the table.
100%.
And needs to be back in Isthmian Prem. And fighting tooth and nail to beat up our neighbours Eastbourne Borough. You know, I love to draw them in a Flossie Trophy next year. That's for sure. That'd be fun.
There was a really salty comment from one of their fans actually this week, and Russ would know because he was a victim of the comment. They said Russ put on the non-league forum, non-league South, saying, "Sorry lads, us Worthing people, we're off to the National League." You know what I mean? Yeah. And then one of the Eastbourne fans went, "Well, I hope your youths are more better behaved and everything like that." Couldn't even congratulate anything. Do you know what I mean?
Well, look, unfortunately, I look, Eastbourne Borough, sadly, I mentioned it earlier, Worthing are successful footballing wise because they have a great footballing structure. Eastbourne Borough don't. They don't. And that will be the reason why they suffer, because the people doing that side, apart from Steve King, look, Steve King has got a clue. I'm not going to sit here and say he's clueless. Not in a million years. He's got the best black book in the business as well as the best Barnet. I wish I had his. I genuinely wish I had his there. But
man, I bet you'll win off me. I can send you over to Turkey, mate.
Yeah, mate, I might need to, mate. But me, like, it's getting thin, son. But I just think, I just think it's down to structure, and I think when I talk about consistency of
Do you reckon
Hastings.
that's the biggest shock in Sussex? Them going down, Sussex football.
Yeah, do you know why?
I think so.
CEO turned round in the Vans Forum in the summer and said, "We'll win the league by Christmas."
They started with the youngest squad in the whole of the.
It's never going to work. They replicated what they'd done year one, and they took Adam Murray coming in to save them, right? And Adam fucking shoehorned all of his players from up north down from Fylde to keep them up, right? Absolute shoehorned them from Sia like to Birdie to Jack Clark, like shoehorned all these lads, like shoehorned these lads in, and every youth is a feral, mate. That's just the way the age.
Oh, I love it, mate. I love it. Get him out there.
But and then when he went, they just went back to what made them foul right at the beginning, and it makes you laugh a little bit. Like it's just arrogance, isn't it?
Well, it is. Well, it is definitely one of the biggest stories we had. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, one last thing I want to mention is we're going to have our first ever live podcast. Now, this could be a car crash because you know how wild we are. We're going to hold this at Shoreham FC on June the 14th. Okay. We're going to limit the amount of tickets to get there. So if you're a supporter of the show in there, come in. The tickets are going out next week. Okay. It'll be like, there will be us there. It'll be filmed. It'll be streamed live as well. And we'll be taking questions directly from the people in the audience there and the ones online. And we encourage, and we won't dodge any questions.
And if you're a hater, please
bring it.
Yeah,
I want them to. I really do. But,
can we for that live pod find every abusive tweet I ever got when I got the Lancing job and have a montage of them on the screen? Oh, I'd love to see, and see some of the usernames and see what they say now. See if they batter me.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. Very fair point. So that'll be on the 14th. We'll all be there.
I have to check my diary, see if I'm free.
Of course.
I'm joking. I'll be there.
I know he will be. He's in the firm. Right. We're going to wrap it up there, guys. Fantastic. Again, fantastic support from everyone. So yeah, get on there, get on the socials. Go and check out, please, Freedom Leisure's website. Based on Bexhill there. It is a not-for-profit trust, So if you're in that area, they have 6 or 7 sites around as well. Go and check them out, Jim. Don't be like Mike. Don't go and do the fat jabs. Go out there and try and make something happen.
Do it the right way.
Yeah, do it the right way, And we are going to be here then live on Saturday. Then is that
Saturday? We're in Saturday. Yeah,
we're locked in for those playoffs, so we will be there, and we'll give you the whole lowdown. So everybody, from Goalie Mon, the ex-Roffy player, and by the way, to his incoming gaffer, we only wind him up. He don't say any of this. No, not at all. From the project down there.
Let's see what the next project is.
That guy who's asleep. Look at that. He looks so.
Do you know what the funny thing is? His missus is next to him and she's fuming.
And from me, the DD, I will see you all later and we will see you there. Thank you ever so much for your support. Cracking numbers again. Totally grateful.